We're back with football again, and today we are going to be discussing the appointment of Xabi Alonso as new Chelsea coach for 4 years. Is it stupidity, naivety, whatever? Mustafa is here, Warifa is here. My name is Afolabi. Chelsea on the brink.
Okay, my first question is that are the owners, I think it's Clear Lake, are the owners of Chelsea, are they stupid or are they just stubborn? What I mean by are they stupid or stubborn? They're using a corporate technique for running a team where they use analytics, and the computer analytics tell you how to run a business. They say that you don't treat the players or you don't treat the coach, you just treat them as interchangeable entities, and the only thing that matters is the system. So the system tells them they should choose players that are no older than 23 years old, make sure that you don't pay them a lot, and also make sure that you keep the manager going out because a lot of times the coach going out because a lot of times the coach will want more power, but the coach is not important. You can interchange, and this makes sense in businesses where you have a system that's generating income and you can just plug people in. But this is not going to work in football because in football there are tactics involved and you need specific players to win. And the way you make money in football is by winning, not just winning games, by getting into cups. So their business
Yeah.
model is failing not only in losing. We could even say that they're not stupid if they're losing, but they're making money. But they're losing money because they're not
Mm-hmm.
going to be going to Champions League.
Europe.
They're not going to be going. So to me, the system is stupid. So my question is: are they stupid and they think this system will go to work, or are they just stubborn and saying by force we will do this system? I don't know the answer to that question. What are your thoughts, Afolabi?
I think it's stubbornness. Haven't used a particular model of management and running a corporate entity in the US, not football though, but some other entity and seeing it work and thrive. They felt they could translate that kind of model to football. But football is different. It's more human centered. It's more of human capacity and ability. So they're trying to run a football club like a tech portfolio system. But LI football depends heavily on the individuals, manager authority, experience, and having a squad that is stable, that is balanced and well thought out. If you look at the
Yeah,
Chelsea squad, they have so many young players on long contracts, very few
Inexperienced young players.
inexperienced players. And one of the reasons why Maresca left, who was the coach that came in before Liam Rosinio, was the fact that he said they needed a few, like 3 or 4 experienced players to help bed in the young players. Nobody,
yeah,
the authority and the hierarchy kicked against it, feeling that their system would work it out somehow. But we're dealing with human beings here, and football is not quite the same. And when it comes to
yeah.
football management at that level, if you're going to come to the Premier League, you're going to have to learn from clubs that have been successful over the years. Translating a model that works in another entity, corporate entity, to football and expecting almost the same result, I think is naivety, basically.
And in American football, what happens is every year players change, but whenever they play, they change with players who are already experienced. So one year in American football, one team will win, then they'll lose their best players to another team, and that team will win. In football, there has to be development and there has to be a culture within it. And he's not also taking into account, like you said, the intangibles. The data doesn't measure things like people like Guardiola, where he's flexible and can adapt his formation and stuff like that. You have to take those
Yeah.
things into account too.
Yeah,
What are
absolutely.
your thoughts, Mr. Warif? Yeah.
Yeah. The Chelsea owner, he has to define the purpose of which is the owner of Chelsea. Is it that he wants to make profit or is it that he wants to be winning trophies? Now, if that is properly defined, for you to make profit, you have to allow the coach be so that the coach can build these players. Like just like Arsenal, Arteta has been there for some time, even though Arteta has not won the major trophy. But since Arteta came, the Arsenal has been qualifying for Champions League and see where they've been earning the Premier League, which I believe they'll be making some profit from it. But him, the owner of Chelsea, firing coaches, I would say I think the coaches, the managers or the coaches, they are the ones gaining from it. But because if you fire a coach, you have to pay the coach, like you're sacking the coach. Now, when a coach comes, the coach will want to come with his own style and with his own type of players. And that's like setting the club backwards. So I think the what's it called? The owner, I'll say, is just being stubborn He has to give free hand to the coach. Allow the coach, tell the coach what you want and let the club run. Don't try to dictate for the club because number one, he's not a coach or a manager. He's a businessman. So you should allow the coach, tell the coach what you want and give the coach the free hand to do it. Don't try to sign players for the coach. If he does not do that, I think Chelsea will continue to suffer and it will not be
Yeah,
good for the club.
I don't care what type of mathematical program you have. And we all know that
Mm-hmm.
American business is 419 anyway. It's no Ponzi scheme. American finance is Ponzi schemes. So those computers, you can't apply that to something where you have to have real results. You have to have real
Yeah.
results in football. And part of results in football is mature players, coaches having autonomy. So it's just not going to work. So let's stick to the second part of this show. So now they've signed Alonso and they've made him a manager. I'm beginning to wonder
Yeah.
if, even though he's the manager, if they don't give him the power to sign players and they keep on keeping all these young boys on
Dictating
these
for him.
long-term
Yeah.
contracts, then it's going to fail also. So the big question is, Afalabi, do you think that maybe they've softened up a little and they're going to go beyond their mathematical models on how to choose players, choose young players? Everybody, the manager, the players, everybody is expendable, or they will now start to give real power to the managers. I don't know if they will do that or not, but if they don't do that, they're not going to make money and they're not going to win. What are your thoughts, Afalabi?
I mean, you're absolutely right. If they have not softened up to realize that the model is not working and give autonomy and authority to the coach, I mean, they're setting the guy up for another firing in a couple of months' time. And this was what he
Yeah.
experienced too at Real Madrid. I mean, you go to a Real Madrid, Xabi Alonso went there. This is a Real Madrid with spoiled kids in a candy store, the likes of Mbappe, Vinicius, and then a president, Florentino Perez, who dictates who to play. I mean, they told Perez when they were going to buy Mbappe that, look, this guy is not going to play with Vinicius, but he insisted. So every coach that has come there has had to listen to the president and look at the mess that Real Madrid are today. So it's the same thing that's happening in Chelsea. If you don't give the coach,
so here's the thing, though.
yeah.
Go ahead. If you don't
You
give the
don't give the
coach.
coach autonomy to decide which players he wants to sign and which players he wants to sell and retain. It's going to be the same cycle. He's going to fail,
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, they'll sack him and bring in someone else.
The only difference is that now they've said that it's not just a coach, because the other coaches weren't managers. So they've now given this guy Alonso the title of manager. It just waits to remain to see if they're going to stick to their promise and give him input. Because I have a feeling these people, all these Clearwater, all these financial investment groups, Ineos and all those, sometimes I don't think that they don't understand football, and I don't think that they look at a football team as something that they like. It's just something to make money. Like there's some owners. There's some owners who even lose money. That guy for Chelsea used to lose money sometimes before the Russian guy.
Yeah.
Their owner from Russia. That guy, he wanted to win. Yeah, he wanted to win. It wasn't just about money. That's why he brought Tuchel in and he won. But now Britain and America don't like Russia, so they forced him to sell the team. Damn, we need Russia now. All right, what are your thoughts, Mr. Wari?
Yes, like both of you said, if you bring this coach, give him the free hand, allow him to run this, allow him to groom these players, with Alonso succeeding. Yeah, every coach has the type of player that they want. You might tell him these are the type of player I will need. These are the type of player I want. If they don't give him those things, he cannot succeed with those players. So if the owner does not dance to his tune or give him what he requested for or what he will request for, I think he might not succeed in Chelsea. And before you know, he'll be fired again.
Yeah,
I told somebody and I posted it. I said it's like coach is okay.
All right, you're breaking. Sorry.
Like coaches, they go to Chelsea to cash out from from Chelsea because you don't allow this coach to be.
But the thing is that Alonso is too good. He's too good to want to cash out. He wants to win. What do you think?
No. He wants a stable club where he can win. And I think they need to give him realistic expectations. Don't put him under pressure to win the Premier League or Champions League.
No.
Tell him to qualify for Champions League, maybe top 3, top 4, and then you build from there. Because the expectation, if it's unrealistic, they're going to just make him drown, basically.
Look, first year it should be top five. First year for top five. And there's another thing. They're whatever computer model they take, they say that you need to have 23, 24 years old players. These 23, 24-year boys, they don't want to listen though. That's why they need some older players on that team.
You're absolutely right. There'll be exuberance.
Like Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer is so good. Cole Palmer could be the number 1, number 10 in the world. That's how good he is. But because of his attitude, you understand what I'm saying? Cole Palmer is good enough to be top 3 players in the world at number 10. That's how good he is. But he doesn't care. He wants to buy his driver's Lamborghini. So what I'm saying is that someone like Alonso, you have to put people like that on their put the guy on the bench for 3 weeks. But I think Cole Palmer doesn't mind when he's on the bench.
Yeah.
You know what they need to bring to Chelsea?
His problem has been injury. He hasn't been very
Foden. They need to bring Foden to Chelsea. That guy will blend in well. I like Foden. But anyway,
Foden is a utility player.
Yeah, so I feel like, do you think that they're going to give Alonso a chance to coach this team properly, or do you think, or to make decisions, or do you think it's going to be the same story?
I think they've learned their lesson. They'll soften their hand a little bit, but not too much.
Yes, but they'll learn the hard way.
Yeah. Some of this hierarchy, I don't know, they are just power drunk, but at least they will soften their hand now because, I mean, look at their rivals. Arsenal is going to run away with the league. Manchester United has finished a comfortable third. Man City is second. Liverpool is third.
Don't say that. Crystal Palace is going to beat that man.
No way.
All right. There's two big games tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday. Okay, last thoughts, then we'll be back. We'll be back for Monday and Tuesday's games.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, the reason why I said coaches they go as if they cash out. It's not as if the coaches they go to Chelsea to cash out, but when you don't allow them to run their contracts, you terminate them. It's a club that will lose, and the coaches will benefit, and you're indirectly are messing those coaches up because those coaches are big clubs, they're big coaches. So when you don't allow them to run the cost,
when they terminate the contract, they have to pay what is left on the contract to the
club.
So
that's why it doesn't make sense what they're doing. It doesn't make sense that they're sticking to that computer program.
So they should just give him the free hand to build this team. It might not be next season. Just look at Arsenal, Arteta. At least Arteta is gradually building. Like the next season, Gabriel Jesus will not be there. I believe they started looking for a new striker that will replace him. So just allow the guy to build the kind of players that he wants. Don't put him under undue pressure.
Yeah, and he's still relatively young. The guy is 44. I mean, if he finished his career not too long ago, so they should give him a free hand, really.
Like and he knows the Premier League because he was there with Liverpool.
He was a Liverpool star. Yeah,
but he's going to have, but he will have problem with Liverpool by the time they meet next season.
Liverpool is all at sea now. They don't know what's happening to them. They're just confused.
He'll always walk alone.
Yeah.
All right, Bobby, take us out.
Okay, it's been another brilliant football show. We have been discussing Xabi Alonso signing a new 4-year deal for Chelsea. Will he succeed? Will he fail? We'll find out. From Mustafa Warifa, my name is Afolabi. We'll be back again during the week. Bye for now.
All right, nice one, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you.